Ron Harding's rig after he swerved off an Indiana highway a year ago. The truck driver chose to run his 30-ton truck off the road rather than hit the compact car that crossed into his lane. As a result of his split-second decision, these two children and their mother are alive today. However, truck driver Harding lost his legs in the accident. His wife, who was with, suffered neck and back injuries. Harding's heroic actions were reported around the country. He has received several hundred letters of praise, and the encouragement has helped him make a comeback.
Things just don't go as fast as I would like them to go.
Is that frustrating?
Yes, rather frustrating, yes. The insurance company, I realize that it takes them a while to get things together before they can give me any kind of substantial monies to operate. As far as driving a truck goes, for me, the sooner the better, but because I haven't been released from the doctor as yet, and financial reasons.
Today, Harding has a new set of legs, and he now owns his own moving service. He coordinates the operation, but doesn't do any of the driving. In order to receive a permit to drive a truck again, Harding must pass a state examination. He is required to take the test in a truck specially equipped with hand controls. Harding is hopeful that he will be able to borrow such a truck in order to take the qualifying examination. He says he can't afford to spend $70,000 equipping a truck if by chance he doesn't pass the test. From Anaheim, Susan Hahn, News Center 4.
Now, here's the star of our show, Mike Douglas. Okay, lock the doors. This crowd stays. Send that other audience home. My co-host is television's most popular detective. Every week, Dan Tana solves the crimes and chases the villains that win him millions of fans. Here from his show Vegas is Dan Tana himself, Robert Urich.
KTLA, Los Angeles.
You know, we all think my next guest is a very special and courageous man. Instead of me telling his story, I'm going to let him tell it. Would you please all welcome Mr. Ron Harding to our stage. Well, I think by now many people, almost everyone has read your story. You are a truck driver. Tell everyone what happened to you a couple of months ago.
Well, I was in Indiana. I'm a little nervous.
That's okay. I am too, so we're starting out here, okay?
I was in Indiana taking a load to northern Michigan, and a car came down the wrong side of the freeway. And obviously I had to make a quick decision. And the only decision that I could do was to get out of the way, go to the ditch, keep from hitting the car head on. And that's what I did.
Did you see any of the people? Were you able to see anybody in the car?
The children. I knew there was children in that car at a very quick glance.
That helped you make that decision, I imagine.
Well, it was so quick, split-second decision that it's hard for me to even go back and say, yes, I did it because of one thing or another. I did it because I didn't want to kill anybody, and I didn't want to hit anybody head on, so I went to the ditch.
Did you know when you swerved that you were headed for the ditch and that's where you were going to wind up?
I had no idea. I had no idea.
What happened immediately after the truck fell in the ditch?
Well, I know that my wife was with me, incidentally, and I hit the ditch and went airborne. And then I heard a very loud noise like maybe I'd hit a tin building. And as it turned out, the tin building was my truck as it laid over on its side. And I was trying to get up off the ground because it threw me out of the truck. And I looked down, I didn't have any legs. It cut one of my legs off in the middle here.
Right at the shin?
No, this one here was right in the calf.
Right in the calf.
Right. And this one here was down by the ankle. And my wife hadn't came out of the truck yet, which annoyed me because I didn't, it scared the heck out of me. I didn't know whether she'd been killed or not. And
what happened to her, Ron?
She stayed in the cab. She wasn't thrown out. She stayed in the cab. But I was laying out there, and I knew somebody would be there shortly.
Was she belted in, by the way?
I'm not really quite sure. She was in the sleeper, so she had to be belted
in the sleeper,
in.
I see.
But I was very glad when I did see her appear, opening up the door. And her first words was, "My God, honey, don't move. You've lost your legs." So.
Did you try to help her immediately when you saw her?
Well, I tried to walk. I got up and I did try to walk, I know, because it's probably one of the things that did save my life. The snow being as cold as it is slowed down the blood. So that probably helped me quite a bit.
Probably saved your life.
Yes, I would think so.
Now, how soon after that incident that you just described did someone come to your rescue? Or were there cars there immediately?
I thought it was almost immediately.
How about the people who got in your way? Did they show up?
No. They did actually we still collided. They still hit me.
I see.
But it wasn't a head-on impact. A nurse came immediately. She was on her way to the hospital. And she took care of my wound in my head and asked if anybody had blankets or anything. We had blankets in the truck, and my wife by then had been out and got blankets and whatnot for me to lay on.
You know, the part of the story that stays with me is after you finally got into the ambulance, what you said to the ambulance driver.
I told him to take it easy because it was very, very slick out there, and we already had one accident, and we didn't need another.
Can you believe that? I'm sure it's something. Is it possible to describe the kind of pain involved?
I don't know. I heard somebody talking about having a baby, and it was a lot of pain.
That was George.
That was George. I've never experienced that kind of pain, but I've experienced quite a bit of pain.
Did they ever figure out how it was a woman driving the other car?
It was right.
How she jumped across the highway and got on your side?
The way I understand it, her children were sick, and she was simply on her way to the hospital to get treatment for them. And she lost control of her car. That's the way I understand it.
I understand the company that you work for has really stood by you, and you got some nice things to say about them, I'm sure.
From the chairman of the board right down to the dispatchers, they are the most super people that I've ever dealt with. When you can get the chairman of the board, Mr. Bill Mowens, to come to your hospital bed and cry with you, and then when you get out, offer you a job, you can't ask much more. Yeah. Those are super people.
Was there much crying, Ron?
Oh, I'm sure. There definitely was.
How do you deal with something like that, a strong guy like yourself, suddenly? How long did it take you to walk?
It took them longer to make the legs than it did for me to walk.
You're quite a guy. You really are. I'm told that there's somebody very special in our audience today. Would you introduce her?
Mrs. Alberta Harding, my mother, Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
That's my mother. Would you
And my dad is also a great part of it. He just couldn't make it. He's back in Massachusetts. Right.
Well, we think you're a very special person, and we'd like to give you something from our show. Here, this is called the Mike Douglas Special People Award to Ronald C. Harding. The date is on it. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. We'll be right back.